Stream is a go. There we go.
I was the best napper, but when it came time to sleep, it was just bad.
Yeah.
Also, welcome everybody.
I haven't shared the stream yet. Not sure if anybody's actually in here. And there's the link. Switching off my volume. There we go. Okay. Hello everyone, and welcome. Today, we are, well, today, as you all may have guessed, from the title, anywho, but yes, so today, and until we finish them up, we, as sort of, just because I'm excited about the upcoming Monster Hunter Rise game, we will be doing Adoptables based on the new monsters found in the game. And this first girl is, well, she's technically not based off of a monster, but she is going to be based off of the Palamute. Nope, Palamutes are Canid based.
What do you mean I spoiled my bedtime?
I think they're referencing to how well you napped when you were a small human.
Oh. Well, no, they would put me down for a nap, and I just, I'd be out because, naps, they're wonderful. And that's when Mom would get stuff done.
Yep.
But, my brother hated naps.
And would fight them with the fury of 1,000 suns.
Oh, yeah. It's like water naps. Those don't exist.
It doesn't exist, and you can't make me take one. Yeah, the confusion, the hair is obscuring a lot of the ear on this one, but this is supposed to be based off of a canid.
Also, they're kind of like Doberman ears, and they don't got the big floppy boppy ears.
Yeah. These dogs seem to be based off of a lot of the working breeds, which have those very sort of standing up ears.
You're like, I'm gonna move these like a sonar dish one way and the other, flick them back.
Yep. Now, while the Palamutes are customizable, we are using the sort of stock promo Palamute as reference material here. So if, when the game comes out later this month, your Palamute does not look like this Palamute, that's okay. Well, the Palamute we're using for reference material. It's coming to PC, and the year after it drops, somebody will mod the Palamutes. Because that's
100%.
That's just what happens. Yeah, they don't have the dachshund ears. Or any sort of, like, scent hound ears.
Not big floppy ears like my Charlie.
I mean, there is the option for flopping down ears, but this particular Palamute doesn't have them. I should have elaborated that because in one of the promo shots, there's one of the promo vids, there is a Palamute wearing, I believe it's the Tetranadon Palamute gear that has those long, droopy ears. Yep. Yes, Rep, this one is a dog or canid girl. I imagine in terms of disposition, if we were to compare a Palamute girl to pre-existing Momono, I would imagine kind of a hybrid between the Kobold and the Kunoichi. Does that make sense to you, Felix?
I'd say a little bit more battle hardened than the kobold, but not so
Well,
much you're thinking hellhound.
well, I mean, Kobold in terms of loyalty and adoration for their human,
Oh yeah,
Kunoichi in
100%.
terms of skill and disposition, in terms of skills.
100%.
Yeah, or basically any of the Momono where loyalty and martial prowess mix. I will say this now. Um, if new monsters are unveiled in any promo videos, either in any of the remaining promo vids, I know there's at least one, it is ultimately my call if they end up receiving an adoptable. Because we already have 10 on the docket. Each girl does have their own drawing file because otherwise they'd be way too freaking small. If that makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
Do any monsters take female partners? If you're asking if lesbian Momono exist, all super, the answer to that is maybe, but we don't see them, if that makes any sense. Do they exist? Most likely. Is there canonical material we can easily point to? Debatable. There are some Momono that exist in pairs, like the Lilyron, a subspecies of Alrune, that is kinda sorta two girls that are intimate with each other, but I don't think that's quite what you're looking for on that one.
Yeah, Lilyrons are less.
They are less lesbians and more the alluring twin trope.
Yeah, less lesbians and more two girls who are using men's innate fascination with lesbians to snare a man.
Right. Oh, okay. So
I think reps things.
yeah. There, there in the fan-made Reptile Kingdom, there is a pair of species. Well, there is a sort of duo species based on the Rathalos Rathian pair that do have a lesbian relationship with each other, and that relationship is purely on its own merit instead of a way to draw in menfolk.
Uh, yeah. You must remember, this is a etchy's the lightest word I can use here. Etchy world designed by a dude. The fact that we have Alps, I
At
think
all.
that's as close to to inclusive as we're gonna get. And I hate to say that.
The guy did say in a Q&A that it is possible, if very rare, for a woman to transform into an incubus. But it's a very, very rare occurrence.
And I think that's all you're gonna get.
Yeah. I mean, you can definitely have in your own sort of headcanons that yes, they do exist.
Oh,
That is
right. This is the world that's up to interpretation. If you want to make it so that, like, if you want to do a role play or write a story where, yes, Momono are, yeah, if you want to make it so, like, yeah, Mana can and does exist within ladies, no one's going to stop you. More power to you.
Yeah, no one will tell you no, or that that's not how this works. And some people might, but those are people who are, in my opinion, dreadfully boring. It's like, all this little add-on here does is make the world more interesting. Why do you not want that? Yes, the encyclopedia is basically paradise for a perverted homebrewer.
Yeah, so all super. If you wanna write something, if you wanna homebrew something, I'm sure this entire community will go, that's awesome.
Yeah, basically we'll go, that's so cool. I like how you did insert XYZ here. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with adding a bit more flavor to the world. I'm pretty sure everybody here has their own little, like, fan add-ons to the world of Monster Hunter. To the world, no, to the world of the Monster Girl Encyclopedia. I mean, I personally have a couple fan-made species. Have a couple species I made up by myself that just filled a spot I thought was empty.
Yeah, and then look at Rep. He made a whole fucking nation.
Kingdom. Whatever.
A nation's a kingdom. A kingdom's just a fancy way of saying that your nation's ruled by a king.
Yep. Okay. So, now that we have that down, let's add the tail. Ostensibly, the tail comes right off of here. We'll have it sort of curving up.
Very true. All super.
Yep.
Rep, quick question. Why is there no Blue Eyes White Dragon girl?
Probably because he hasn't gotten to it yet. Okay. Yes. I would think so. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I just want to quickly say one reason why I said in the beginning, if any new monsters get added, they may or may not get added to the adoptable list, is there is still one promotional video remaining that's coming out on the 8th. What day of the week is the 8th again?
Next Monday.
Oh. So depending on when it comes out, we could do a reaction video to that.
I mean, we can always record it.
Yeah.
We might not upload it that day, but we can always have it done.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, what about a Red Eyes Black Dragon girl?
Basically what happens when
I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! While we're streaming, which is why I'm having these questions.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I also watched a duel
An
between...
assignment due that day. Oh no!
Oh.
Assignment comes first. Don't...
We are not more important than your school life.
However, if you do really, really want to join us, try getting it done and turning it in early. Unless it's one of those things where it's an online turn-in and your teacher won't let you turn, and the turn-in is disabled until a certain date has
12
passed.
pages long.
Oh, Jesus. How many pages do you have left to do? Please don't say 12. Oh, wait. Today is a Monday. Let's do next Monday. You probably just got assigned it, so... don't worry too much about it. Just take it a little bit at a time. And whatever you do, don't do what I did when I was in school and completely forget I had to do it. Oh, you only have 2 pages left. Wow. But yeah, don't do what I did when I was in school and completely forget about assignments until like a couple days before. Yeah, don't do that. Oh dear. Might I suggest you getting some sleep?
Sleep. Like now. We've had enough people kill themselves in this chat by not sleeping.
Doing
We're
chronic
not
sleep,
having any more.
doing chronic sleep deprivation. If you have recently become caffeinated, just wait for it to leave your system and then go to sleep. You're taking today. Okay, today is a recoup day for you. Good.
There you go.
At some point, for the love of God, take a nap. You need it.
Speaking of taking a nap, guess who's taking a nap right now?
Your dog.
Charlie.
Good doggy.
She's just sleeping on my bed.
She seems like a good dog.
Yeah. She's gonna hate me. She's gonna hate me by the end of the week.
Didn't she? Oh, right. Doesn't she have a vet appointment?
No, Carter's got a vet appointment tomorrow, and that's just like a check-in.
Okay, why will she hate you?
I'm getting rid of that bed.
Oh, getting a different one?
Nope. You're very confused right now, aren't you?
Yes?
Okay. So I have 2 beds in my room.
For reasons.
Well, one of them was just
There.
an old bed we didn't have anywhere to go with.
So it's basically
and the other one's my bed.
Oh, it's here. We don't really do anything with it. It just kind of exists.
Yeah. Like, if I'm feeling real sleepy and I'm watching Netflix, I'll, like, lay on it.
But it just kind of exists there.
Yeah. And it is an old bed. Like, there's holes in it. I'm sure half the springs are gone.
If you get too close to it, you may need a tetanus shot.
Yeah. So, I'm planning on getting rid of it. Because I'm getting a new desk.
Okay, cool.
And the desk is a corner desk. So, like, you sit in the corner and it goes both ways out.
Yep.
So when I get that desk, I'm not going to have room for the bed.
So it is going to have to go.
Yep.
So basically, your dog is going to be not that happy with you.
Probably not.
Yeah, but she'll get over it.
Yeah. And then I'm going to need another bookshelf again.
Speaking as someone whose bedroom at her grandparents', there is a bookshelf on every wall. I'm not going to ask why you need more bookshelves.
Well, I got a new one for Christmas. Got it set up and everything. And I started packing in my manga.
And you ran out of space, didn't you?
And I have 2 bookshelves full of manga.
Oh boy. The suggestion has been floated that odds are the dog might just straight up nick your bed.
Well, see, she would. If that wasn't Pebbles' bed.
So basically, each dog has monopolized a different section of your bed.
Yes. Pebbles has the bed I actually sleep on, because that has the window that looks outside onto the driveway. So she doesn't sleep there.
She stares out.
She just perches on alert.
She stares out the driveway.
Yes.
That's actually pretty adorable.
Yeah. Like, that's why she starts barking. Randomly, you'll hear her. Because, like, oh, the mail guy's up the mailbox. Or, oh, someone's moving around in the driveway. Or, ooh, there's a deer.
It's like, dog!
She's a German short-haired pointer. And she's the most alert and tense dog I've ever met. Just like,
Yup.
Constantly. Always ready.
Yep, that sounds like the breed.
And she's always has energy.
Yep. My source for how that sounds exactly like the breed, my grandfather volunteered to help train a puppy one over a vacation. It was the most borderline neurotic little creature I have ever laid eyes on.
Oh, Susan.
What?
All Super's got a question for you.
Yep. What program do I use? Oh, I use Autodesk Sketchbook. Are there other art programs out there I could use? Yes. Have I tried some of them? Also, yes. Do I like them as much as this one? No. Basically, this is the one I've learned how to use, and this is what I prefer.
Thank you for your question, All Super.
Yeah, thanks for the question.
Hellhound wouldn't get zoomies.
For the right, a sudden case of the zombies. Well, I imagine. Okay, here's my thought process on the matter. Would hellhounds get the zoomies? Yes, but they would not like to talk about it or think about it or acknowledge it in any way, shape, or form.
So you think they'd get tsundere about their zoomies?
Yes.
That's adorable.
Glad you agree with me. The hound from... I assume you mean like the hound Grims? I've seen snippets...
No. There is a specific thing Super's talking about here. In the new season of Ruby, small spoilers for anyone who cares, just mute me for a second. I'm gonna go on a tangent.
Oh boy, I'm buckling up.
Yeah, there's this Grim called the Hound. The Hound is not a naturally occurring Grim.
So it's one that was artificially made?
Yeah, it's one where Salem just went, you know what? I'ma do an experiment.
So, Mama of the Grim Salem was hitting the bottle a little bit that day.
No, not like hitting the bottles. She's like, oh, so Ozpin's back. I'm going to war. I need a frontline soldier. So she basically made a super Grim.
Delightful!
This thing has no eyes.
That's already mildly disturbing.
Looks kind of like... It looks like a bloodhound in, like, stature and everything. It's why it's called the Hound.
Oh, so it's not that big?
No, like, huge. Like, huge.
Oh, so bloodhound shape.
Yeah, like bloodhound shaped. It's about the size of, you know, a Beowulf? Those are the actual wolf-like ones we see a lot.
Brain cells?
Okay. You know a minivan?
Oh, it's that big.
It's that big. And it can smell aura.
That's not good. That sounds like a bad time.
Yeah. It can smell aura. And it tracks people with the smell of aura. And it can freely evolve and devolve depending on its situations.
That sounds like a bad time.
And it has human intelligence enough to take hostages.
Oh dear.
So its first appearance, it grabs Oscar, slams him on the ground enough to take out his aura, but not kill him, and then holds him up with a clawed finger to his throat, like, back up, back up. And then grows wings. Just because. And when Yang tells it to stop, it looks at her and goes, "No."
I assume that's the first time we see a Grimm actually speak.
Yeah.
So it's a little intimidating.
Yeah. It's creepy. It's horrifying. And I'm not going to spoil the latest revelation about the Hound, because that's in the new half season.
Uh-huh.
But the original Hound came out in, like, episode 3, so fuck off. I'll tell you about what has happened with the Hound since when we're not streaming.
Okay.
But this thing... Yeesh!
It's scary.
Yeah, it's... Honestly, if the Hound wasn't a part of this, I'd just be like, okay, the Grimm are invading, let's just throw Ruby the nuclear silver-eyed missile at it.
But that thing is on the field.
Yes.
And it's scary.
Yeah, it tracked down and savagely beat Oscar and then took off with him.
So it has a hostage.
Oh no, he delivered his hostage to Salem.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
That's one of those, of all the places I would like to be at the moment, none of them are here.
It was then I went, okay, Ruby, you bought me back. Let's see where you go with me.
You have my attention.
You have the law's attention. Sorry, I've been rewatching Digimon Tri-Abridged.
Of course you have.
Here's the thing with Digimon Tri. Oh yeah, and it has a backup howl. It can howl and summon other Grimm.
That's disturbing.
But yeah, here's the thing with Tri. I'm not going to be using the Royal Knights in our game.
Oh?
Because they don't exist there.
Okay.
And,
so you're going to be using something else?
Yeah.
Simon, what does she want to do with them? Nothing good is the appropriate answer to, what does Salem want with anybody? Nothing good.
No. Oscar currently holds the soul of Salem's former lover, Ozma, who has been reborn countless times, and he will be reborn countless more times until Salem's destroyed.
Okay.
So she's got a bit of a bone to pick with the boy.
Of course she does.
And she is fucking-sane.
So this is somebody who just... The wheels kinda fell off the sanity train.
Oh yeah. Should I talk about Salem's backstory?
I think that's recent enough for people who are just getting into the show that it's kinda in the spoiler zone.
Fair enough. Yeah, Salem's whole thing with Oscar is a pretty big scene. I'll leave that alone.
Yeah. That's a big kind of world building thing.
Oh, but here's something Mumsy says. Yeah, I can say this. Salem is based off of the Wicked Witch of the West.
Most of these characters I've noticed tend to be based off of fairy tale and.
Oh yeah, every character in Ruby has a fairy tale attached to them. The main character.
Sometimes you need to dig a bit to find the fairy tale in question.
Right. The main character, Ruby, she's based off of Red Riding Hood. If you couldn't get that one, wow.
If that one slipped your mind, how?
Seek help. Seek help. We have her sister Yang, who's based off of Goldilocks. We have Weiss Schnee, who's, while her name is German, it literally translates to white snow. Snow White. Get it?
Right.
And then we have Blake Belladonna, who's based off of Beauty and the Beast.
Makes sense. I mean, she's
a cat. You can say that.
Yeah, she's.
Make it painfully obvious.
Yeah, she is cat people.
She is a race of people called a faunus. Faunus all have one animal trait. Only one, though.
Hers is cat ears.
Her mother has her mother also has cat ears, but her dad has claws. That's his animal trait.
Yep.
It can be something that subtle, like claws or...
Yeah, I have one sort of kind of comedy question.
Sure thing.
Has anybody ever given Blake catnip?
They did that in Ruby Chibi, actually.
What did it do?
She got the zoomies.
Oh boy. Just new.
Yeah, they did that in Ruby Chibi. They also the laser pointer also kind of works. We see that in actual Ruby.
Let me guess, she has to fight the urge to chase the red dot.
They're like messing with her with it, and she follows it like, what the fuck do you fuck? Of course, she doesn't swear. This is a rated G show. The only real swear they've ever done is called one of the characters a bitch.
And this is one the character brought entirely upon themselves.
Oh no. One of the evil guys, he's doing his thing being evil. And Ruby catches him with a surprise punch to the schnoz, and he goes, "Ah, bitch!"
To be fair, that is a perfectly logical reaction to getting decked in the schnoz.
Okay, so back to we also have Team Juniper. They're based on fairy tales, but not in the traditional sense.
They're based off of myths, if I recall correctly.
No. They're based off of people in the past, real or fictional, who have cross-dressed. And they're...
Suddenly some things make sense.
Yeah, and they're all the characters of the different version. So Jean is Jean d'Arc as a guy.
Right.
Lai Ren is Mulan, dressed as a guy.
I'm sorry, whenever I hear references to Mulan cross-dressing, the language gag they did with that one just... It always pops up in my head.
Yeah. Nora Valkyrie is Thor.
Thor did not willingly Thor did not willingly cross-dress, but okay.
Well, no, never said willingly. It's just...
This character has cross-dressed.
Yeah, Nora Valkyrie. And then Pyrrha is Achilles.
And Achilles was apparently so good at it they had to technically trick him to blow his cover.
Yep. Pyrrha's also got Pyrrhic victory in her name.
Which is a plot point.
Yeah, that comes in later. And then there's all sorts of other characters. There's Sun Wukong. Fucking take a guess.
Yeah. Take a guess which myth he's based off of. You get 3 tries. The first 2 don't count.
Yeah. There's his buddy Neptune. Take a guess.
Yeah. A lot of these, they are very kind of on the nose.
But then there's the one I haven't figured out is Tyrion.
What's his shtick?
He's a scorpion faunus. Like
there are a couple myths that involve there are a couple fables that involve scorpions.
There's Summer Rose, who I don't know, but then again, she's had barely any character development because she's dead.
Yeah. Given her name, basically, this is one of those we would need to see her. We would need to see more of her via flashbacks to make any kind of guess about her fairy tale.
But there are 2 parents whose fairy tale we do.
Thank you, all super. That is quite helpful.
Thank you!
Astros of Summer and Tyrion is based off of the fable of the scorpion and the frog.
Thank you! There's just some that go over my head.
Yeah, and there will be some that inevitably go over mine, even though English was one of the classes I got really good grades in.
And then there's Raven and Crow, which I know this one. They're based off of Odin's Raven and Crow.
Yeah, thought and memory.
Which is why a lot of people thought Raven's semblance or special power was going to be a future sight thing.
Like a precognition.
And her teleportation wasn't her semblance, it was something she could just do.
But that's not how the world building works, I don't think.
Well, here's the thing. World building around one special power, dust, seems to be very loose, so they can kind of go, oh, it does what we need it to when we need it to.
It's a soft magic system.
Yeah. Semblance, this is innate. It's
something you can kind of always do, and have potentially always been able to do.
Yeah. But it's very specific that it's one person. Nobody else is gonna have the exact same semblance
as you.
And they break this fact down a little bit more in one of the more recent episodes, because we see Ruby, her semblance is super speed. She can just go really fast. She's got zoomies to the max. And they break it down like, no, not technically.
Here's technically what your power does.
Technically, what you can do is break yourself down to an atomic level of 0 mass, and then move.
And then reform again.
Yeah. And Ruby's like, huh? I just move fast. What you talking about?
There's been a question about the Schnee family's seemingly hereditary semblance.
That one, exception to every rule, and that one's the exception. We don't know what's going on with the Schnees.
The Schnees are one of those, you make no sense to me.
It's one of those, you're the exception to the rule. Yeah. There's so many things where it's like, all right, we could say this works like quirks, where it's split into 3 things, and then the Schnees walk in, and you go, oh, damn it.
And then there's you people.
You're not heteromorphic type or anything else. What are you doing?
What are you? What do?
Mumsy, I'm not getting into relics. Relics throw so many wrenches into so many things, I'm not getting into it.
It's basically what you're saying is relics, bork up the plot, bork up the world building a little bit.
No, relics make sense.
It's just there's a lot they change.
Yeah. And then there's a lot we don't know if they change this. There's a lot where we're going, they could do this, they could do that. Relics need expanded upon more as to what their actual goddamn limits are.
Right.
Because with the relic of knowledge, I know the limits. The limits are 3 questions every 100 years.
Okay.
And in those 3 questions, you will get the exact answer you're looking for. If you ask the question, what will my life be in X amount of years, you'll get the answer. You might not be happy with it, but you'll get it.
Right. But of course, with stuff like that, we all need to remember it gives an answer based off of your choices at that moment. Future is
unless
changeable.
It's a question about the past.
Right.
Which is what we've seen. The only question we've seen Jin actually be asked and give an answer to are 2 questions. 1, can I beat Salem? Can I kill Salem? Asked by Oscar, and the answer was, no, you cannot. That leaves me to go, alright, so Ozpin can't do it.
But then the question becomes, who can?
Is she immortal? The question becomes, is she immortal? That's the question you should have asked. Is there anything on the face of the planet that can kill Salem?
That is the question to ask, because that gets you a yes or no answer. No wiggle room in that.
Yeah. The only other question we've seen Jin ask is, what is Ozpin hiding? And that's when we get into Ozpin's whole backstory.
Which accidentally tells us about Salem as well.
Right. So there's a lot I look at Jin and go, you are the Deus Ex Machina.
You are the MacGuffin.
Yeah. And Jin has been used as a MacGuffin once.
Or twice.
No, only once. She comes in and answers questions, but as a true MacGuffin, like, oh, call on Jin, all problems are solved, she was only used once.
There's a difference between MacGuffin and Deus Ex Machina.
Oh, well then she's only been used as a Deus Ex Machina once. Because when Jin is summoned, she slows down time. And Ruby needed a minute or she was gonna die, so she called on Jin.
It's like, I need a minute. You rang.
And Jin went, this is very clever, but I won't allow you to do it again.
So basically, it's like, cute, but I don't like my rules being twisted around to benefit when they shouldn't.
I won't allow you to use me without asking a question again, is her wording.
So basically, a question needs to be asked next time.
Yep. I don't think she was unhappy about it, Mumsy. She was just like,
Cute,
all right, you got me this time. Clever.
but I need to adjust my rules now.
Yeah, Jin is a Jin.
They are a wish-granting entity.
So the only other relic we know of is the staff. And the staff, it's currently using its power to keep the floating city of Atlas floating.
To keep the city from going kersplat.
And I'm just sitting here like, now how does that work?
Y'all need to make some contingencies in case that thing runs out of batteries. She says, fully understanding that this thing probably does not run on batteries.
Don't worry, I wasn't about to push my glasses up and give you a well, actually. Well, actually, Suzanne.
Thank you for not doing that.
You're welcome. It's annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, Suzanne, since I know better than you, and I made to read this 27-word essay about why you suck. Article 1, subsection... I gotta stop.
Please.
I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
What would have possessed you? I was about to say, what do I need to call a priest?
Been taken over by the spirit of Steve Urkel. Did I do that?
Oh, God. Okay, let's bring the opacity back up so I can grab the right color for. What kind of outfit? What sort of outfit am I making her? Well, I'm trying to base it very loosely off the armor the reference Palamute is making, hence the things on the wrists and shins. Heavy emphasis is being placed on trying, because sometimes these things don't turn out quite the way you want them to. Everyone had been. To answer your question, Super, not much would change for me because I'm already a girl. But things would probably be deeply confusing for my husband.
I'd invest in a strap-on and carry on with my life. Knowing I look at least twice as good as I used to.
Yeah, basically, Mumsy, to see your armor on arms and legs. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for here. The only reason I'm not using any of the cool stuff with the saddle is because... No, this is a humanoid.
Well, here's the thing. Move back up to the saddle.
Yeah?
No. Said move up. There you go. You could use the leather inspirations for armor and everything, along with the knot tie, and can't forget the daggers.
Right. The thing is, looks like it's styled to fit in the mouth. But yeah, I could probably pull off just the daggers and stick like one, a visible one on her hip.
Yeah.
On the hip that's facing us.
Yeah.
I'll get to that once I'm done coloring all of this in.
Sounds good.
But yeah. There is precisely one reason why I haven't gotten around to watching Ruby yet. It's kind of a silly reason.
Let me hear it.
It's called, whenever I watch something my brain deems even vaguely interesting, it starts churning out a character.
I got a Ruby character. I will watch Ruby with you.
Oh, good lord.
I actually have an idea for a character.
Dangerous I was about to say, I have an idea. Dangerous proposition, but let's hear it.
So, character idea. I mostly made this character because I'm sick and tired of the Iato style of fighting only going to villainous characters. So he fights using...
Yes, Bean, also a little bit of that. Follow-up question is, everybody was a monster girl? Well, for one, I'd be happy I don't have to wear glasses anymore.
What Momono would you be, Susan?
And here comes that particular question again. Hard to say. I mean, there are a few I would prefer.
I still say Dark Mage.
Yeah, not gonna lie. I really do like the Dark Mage species. For two reasons. One, it's a really interesting magic using species, and two, it's a magic using species of Momono where I get to stay looking like an adult.
Yeah, no lollification.
Yeah, no. Just no. Hard pass for me. That's yikes. Yeah, for me. Okay, so for me, it's like, okay, when I try to define, okay, this is gonna sound strange, but I only really start getting massively uncomfortable with lolly characters lolly-bodied Momono, where their physique is their draw-in. Is like the thing they use to nab a husband. That is where I get uncomfortable. If a species is flat, but has different husband gathering methods than their physique, I am not uncomfortable. Does that make sense?
Slightly.
I am still very weirded out by them as a concept. It's just but why though?
Yeah.
For me, it's very
why
much
are you?
Yeah, for very much, it's just a why though. Yeah, I'd be if global monsterizations occurred tomorrow, I'd be greatly hoping for a dark mage for reasons listed above, and because, well, there is the chance the whatever is transforming, causing this, would look at the fact that I am a parent and decide echidna all the way, and then I would have to figure out, okay, then I'd have to figure out what am I going to do with the fact that I don't have any legs.
Find a local mage and ask for the magic item. Hey, can you do something about this?
Right. Oh, oops. Please ignore the fact that I just accidentally locked the layer I was working on. Sometimes that happens. And I just kind of have to deal.
I bet.
Now let's just scoot that down a little. Yep, I did see the comment. Let's go over it in the Discord after the stream wraps up.
Yep.
Yeah, the big thing for me is when especially for a world like Ruby, where what a character is follows some precise rules. Figuring out a character can take me a while.
Well, here's the thing. They did have some fan characters come in at a point, and they didn't stickler too much to the well, as far as I could tell, they didn't stickler too much to the must be from a fairy tale rule. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not going to stickler too much to that rule for designing OCs.
Like, they must fit the show's world building, because you can always just say they're not technically supposed to be here.
Right. Isekais happen.
Yeah, it's just kind of a, when all else fails, this isn't technically their home world or their home reality. They're not supposed
Snake Boy Bean.
What?
Bean's question. I just said Snake Boy.
Waves became a real thing. Hope my monster turned into. What I would hope the husband turned into, I wouldn't really have any strong preference so long as what he turned into was something he was comfortable with.
Snake Boy.
That's for you. That's you, Felix.
Let the world be covered in snake boys.
Is Coco based off again? I have no idea.
Yeah, Coco's a weird one. I think I don't know any fairy tales where the meaning of the fairy tale is I got hyped up on so much caffeine.
Well, she might be just based off of a mythological character known for being very, very energetic.
That could be.
One thing I do find really...
Okay.
What?
Coco's based off with a real-life fashion designer.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Looks like all Super is the biggest Ruby fan here.
Or knows how to Google. Yeah. Sometimes when I'm not really that knowledgeable about something, but somebody's talking to me about it, I will very discreetly Google things so I know what the heck they're talking about. That's also... Sorry, putting the texture on this arm wrap is taking 11 million years.
Hey, it's all good. Take your time, make it look beautiful.
Yep. Then I'm gonna have to do it to all the other then I'm gonna have to do it to the other wraps where the leather front plate is visible.
Hey, if we run a little long today, that's fine.
Yep.
It seems we have a new fan.
Yep.
Because I think this is all Super's first one here, maybe.
She's been in a couple of streams before, but
This is the one where she's the most talkative.
yep.
Yes, one cannot rush quality.
Uh-huh.
And Susan's art's of the utmost quality.
Trust me, there are people out there who are way more talented artists than me, but there are also people who are way worse than me.
Everybody's got to start somewhere.
Yep.
Like me.
Hey, you're trying. That's the important bit.
Yes. And someday this week, I'm going to try my first stream.
Cool. Best of luck to ya.
Gonna die.
What are you gonna be streaming?
I don't know.
Probably figure that out before you do anything.
I might just stream Digimon.
Oh, there's the problem.
Where's the problem?
I forgot to close off a bit of the so you see where the back of the glove of the wrist protector abuts her leg?
Yeah.
Those two are on separate layers, and I forgot to close them off, and I forgot to close it off.
Oh.
So when I use the magic wand select, it does all of the things.
So he's a reverse Jean, basically, Bean.
Link to the screen in your computer. Yeah, I'll definitely put a link to Felix's streaming stuff once he gets all set up.
It will be on Twitch, not here.
Okay.
Because eventually, one day, I'm going to want emotes.
And those don't work? Oh, right. Twitch has more streaming optimizations than YouTube does.
Yep. Yep, Twitch came out with the streaming. YouTube had to go, wait, it's streaming? You mean there's more to life than just uploading videos? Well, that'll never catch on. Twitch will never become big. All of the big YouTubers start to move over to Twitch. YouTube, hey! Get back here! Where do you think you're going? Super. Yes. Yes, I have watched One Piece. I read the manga. I'm up to date.
At least there's one of
Shit's
us.
getting crazy.
At least there's one of us.
There's currently a big monster girl in One Piece.
Uh-huh. For me, it's one of those, would I like to keep track? Yes. Am I even sure where to start? / am a little intimidated by the size? Also, yes.
Black Maria, one of Kaido's commanders. She's basically a arachne, but like a tarantula arachne.
Fun.
And she spins silk webs as hard as steel.
Yep, sounds like an arachne.
She's got a bunch of other yokai followers.
Which are basically monster girls.
And some monster boys.
Ah, cool.
She's got a pig man.
That's nice. Ah, there's the problem. This comes
Bean, who's Aaron?
he made a typo.
That's a pretty far gone typo from my name.
Well, typo, brain fart, something along those lines.
Oh. Bronze, I can answer this one. In Japanese folklore, not Kaido, dragons are made when a carp swims up a waterfall and jumps over it. So, dragons are fish in Japanese folklore.
Well, there's something that they are fish adjacent.
They're super evolved fish. That's why Magikarp turns into Gyarados.
That now makes sense. I think we accidentally threw. I think we've accidentally thrown poor Bronze for a loop.
Yeah, and so should Charizard have been Dragon type, and then when that finally happened, look what happened. Mega Charizard X sucks. He does.
I'm not
I'll
sighing because I disagree with you.
I'll take the hot take meter. Mega Charizard X sucks.
From what perspective, if I may ask? Just in general,
From a
design, abilities.
from a competitive perspective. So looking at his moveset, his abilities, and his stat improvements, he sucks.
Okay.
Design's wicked awesome. The edgy teenager in me loves him.
Uh-huh.
But Mega Charizard X, he's not a Charizard anymore.
It's a something else.
Yeah, because Charizard is a special attacker. Mega Charizard X is a physical attacker. None of a standard Charizard's movesets helps this.
Okay.
Oh, just give him Dragon Claw. He'll be amazing. Why would I give my Charizard Dragon Claw if what if I want to use other megas? The second I say, oh, give Charizard. The second I say I'm going for a Charizard X, that has to be my only focus. I have to breed a Charmander that is a physical attacker. I gotta breed in physical moves. It's so much hassle for barely anything. And then you look at Mega Charizard Y, who's not Dragon typing, like all the fans wanted, and he kicks ass!
Because it follows the typing rules of the other one.
Yeah. It stays a special attacker. It gets Drought to set up Sunny Day, so your fire attacks are hitting gangbusters. And it just looks good. It's a sleek, skinny, even more dragony looking than than X Charizard, and it's just cracking its knuckles to rain down when I click overheat, and it burns.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, I like Mega Evolution as a concept. I really wish they would have stuck with Mega Evolution instead of Z moves or Gigantamax or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I think it's why I like Pokemon Insurgents.
Because it has none of that.
No Z moves, no Gigantamax, and they add more Mega Evolutions.
Uh-huh.
Look, Susan, I thought up a topics for us to talk about. Am I helping?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for keeping me from going on a heavily disgruntled rant.
In Insurgents, Pokemon Insurgents is a fan-made game. It's really nice. There are Pokemon that currently exist that get Megas, and then there's Pokemon that Insurgents fan-made that get Megas. The Pokemon that are fan-made are called Delta Pokemon. Basically, they're Pokemon that exist, but they have their typings messed with. So we get stuff like a Ghost-type Charmander or a Fairy-type Bulbasaur. It's all interesting, but If you're not into that kind of thing, you're not going to be into it. What else was I going to say? Where was I going with this?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, new. So all the Johto starters get Mega. Poliwrath gets a Mega. Flygon gets a Mega. A Jirachi gets a Mega.
That must be a spectacle.
Yeah. Gets a unique ability called Wish Granter. Yeah, dark fighting type Squirtle that looks like a Ninja Turtle. But yeah, Jirachi's ability, Wish Granter, it has basically a 10% chance to just cancel opponents' moves.
Okay.
It's insanity, and I love them. And then I remember the Mega Delta types more because there's Mega Delta Gardevoir, who's electric and ice typing.
Fun!
Yeah, it has the same special attack boost of a regular Gardevoir, so apply that to a Zap Cannon and just see what fucking happens.
Nothing good.
It's just...
Mumsy was actually kind of curious about what I might have potentially gone on a rant about if you hadn't distracted me.
Oh, yeah, if you want to, I'm not gonna stop you.
Okay.
You just said keep you distracted from that. But
mostly I said that so I didn't end up talking about just that the entirety of the stream.
Well, hey, we got a half hour left. Do you want to devote it to what you want to talk about?
Okay, sure.
All right, everybody, we're moving on from anime and everything in Pokemon Insurgents. Maybe I'll stream Pokemon Insurgents for my first stream because I like that game. And it's been a while since I tried to take down that game's fucking unbeatable levels.
Are there levels you're just straight up not supposed to beat?
No. Let's just say the 8th gym leader's set around level 70.
Oh boy!
All the Elite Four have a level 80, and I think the champion has like a level 85.
So it's difficult.
Which is fun and interesting for a Pokemon game. Because normally
Yep.
you just kind of walk through it. But either way, the floor is yours, Susan.
Okay. Okay, so last night Felix sent me a video and I went, okay, let's give this a watch. So who here in the audience remembers I'm sorry, my brain is having a dial-up noises.
You want me to kick this off?
Yes, please, thank you. This is
Butch
not
Hartman, creator of Danny Phantom and Timmy Turner, is a piece of shit.
Yep. First up, dude massively overcharges for commissions. And if you don't believe me, Google some of his commissions and you tell me if that's worth $200.
Oh. I really like Super. Why aren't you in the Discord? Jesus.
Yeah, Super. I'm gonna put a link to the Discord in this channel, in this video's description. You are more than welcome to come join the party. Okay, so most recently, so asking about what happened, are you asking for chronological order, Bean, or order of severity?
Or just this time?
Or just this time? Yeah. I do not begrudge someone. I will say this. I do not begrudge people who charge a lot for commissions. For some artists, an expensive commission equals a run to the grocery store. You'd love to come, but you have to go to lunch with your friends after this?
Discord link's always open. You can come in at any time.
Yeah, Discord
Just
link's
chill
always
out.
open. In general, okay, Bean, buckle up.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Buckle up, buckaroo.
Okay, so things.
Are we about to get started?
Yep. Love to come, but have to. Yeah, I'll put a link to our Discord server in the description. That link is always good. You are more than welcome to join us when you have the downtime. Stop trying to. Brace yourselves. Okay, so after Butch Hartman left the professional animation industry, he decided, for reasons known only to himself and God, decided to start up a YouTube channel. This was
harmless on its face.
This was harmless on the face of it, but then he started talking. And then of course, dude also has a Twitter, and he started posting photos of his commissions there. One of the more infamous versions of this was when he did a commission of the character Ranma from Ranma 1/2 in their female state. Oh yeah, that too. We will go in the order I remember things. Okay, so the man posted a commission he'd drawn of the character Ranma as a female. Turns out, this was something he'd traced from some official artwork. And if you've been living under a rock, in commission land, tracing is a no-go. Let's see.
Just FYI, we don't have a script for this. If you want a scripted breakdown of this human being a piece of fucking trash, please check out the video where we're getting our information at
Yeah, there are a lot of videos out there for you to get information from. Heck, just
Best Girl's Basement is where we're getting our information from.
Is where we're getting a lot of our intel from. She has a really interesting breakdown of the situation.
Yep, we're citing our sources.
Yep. Yeah, check out the video by Mom's Basement.
Best Girl's Basement.
Best Girl's Basement. I'm sorry, my brain did a scramble of names.
No, it's fine. She's related to the guy from Mother's Basement, so
it is
the overlap is there to make, but
it is an okay mistake. It is a confused happened. Mistakes were made, but that's okay. Yeah. Tracing another artist's work is a huge, huge no-no, especially if it's for a commission. Especially if it's a commission you're charging $200 for.
I mean, some artists should make that because they're just good people, but not this asshole.
Yeah, this one is not a good person. There was also the kerfuffle with a Kickstarter the dude was doing. Just, oh good lord, the Kickstarter.
Quaxis or Oaxis or something.
Yeah.
Didn't tell anybody what it was about. Asked for a lot of money right towards the end. And then, once it's closed and done, oh, it's a Christian streaming service. Nothing wrong with that on its face, but tell the people what they're buying.
Yeah. And
like, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, a Christian streaming service. No. I'm sure that'll pique someone's interest and somebody will get into it. But excuse me, when I'm signing up for something from legendary artist Butch Hartman, made me gag to say that. You would
like to know what you're paying for.
Right, I'm not expecting a Christian streaming service. I'm expecting more cartoons like Danny Phantom.
Yeah. Who also, if we're going to remember this correctly, made, this is a man who supposedly says, you can see the influence of my faith in everything I do. Me, who has that one episode where apparently it's the boy fairies that get pregnant seared into my retinas.
Also, me, on the other hand, Sam exists.
You find Sam aesthetically pleasing.
Damn straight.
Of course you do.
Like no, cartoons in my early days hit me with all the goth girls, and I went, I'm home.
But this is my, I like this.
This is everything I need.
So what else? Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just, little kid me is just kind of sitting there watching this happen going, what?
Scoozy, what? Scoozy, nani the f*** is going on?
Yeah, it's just a, what? It's just a, excuse me. What the shit? That is just a, sir? Sir, while I understand you may be claiming that there is God in everything you do, but after seeing that episode, sir, you need Jesus. And I am not talking the nice one.
We're talking Old Testament Jesus.
No, I'm talking the Jesus that flipped tables and ran after people with homemade bullwhips.
Wait, what?
You forgot that bit?
I'm not religious. Did that actually happen?
Yes!
I need to get religious. That's amazing.
So, basically, Jesus hopped into a temple to go, to basically talk to Dad. And he found there were people there who were performing money exchanging, which is apparently frowned upon. He took exception to this, went back to where he and the rest of his group were staying, and then proceeded to spend, 3 days hand braiding a bullwhip. And then he proceeded to use it to chase people out of the temple. For context, these were... Okay, thank you, Eobard, for remembering a few more of the details. Basically, there were people at the temple who were trying to swindle people, and Jesus took an exception.
Well, all right. I mean, all right.
But anyway. But yeah, so not only... And so... There is another thing the dude did that I'm a little leery of talking about, not because of any professional respect for the human being, but because it could result in some people ending up in less than optimal headspaces.
I'll talk about it then.
Okay, thank
Trigger
you.
warning. Trigger warning. I'm about to talk about suicide.
If the concept puts you in a less than healthy headspace, you have been warned.
Yeah. Butch Hartman has gone on the record saying that suicide is an invention of the media.
That sound you heard was the sound of my brain smoking slightly.
Yes. Because people went through hardships when he was a kid, but no one killed themselves over it.
That he knows
Sick of hearing
of.
that about literally anything.
Yeah, that he knew about. There's also the fact that when... I'm guessing... I'm taking a massive stab in the dark at this dude's age, but I'm guessing when he was a spring chicken, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, this wasn't something people talked about.
Oh no, probably not.
Yeah, it just wasn't something you talked about.
Yeah. But, he, being the creator of Fairly Odd Parents, forever will he lord that over us. Actually, he's more proud of Danny Phantom. The original voice actress for Timmy Turner was not Tara Strong. I'm forgetting the woman's actual name.
I will look her up and put a pinned comment in with the woman's name.
Okay, thank you.
And thank you for telling us he was born in the 60s.
Yeah. So, that woman committed suicide. She was under a lot of stress at the time. I can't imagine what she was going through because I never knew her. So that happened. Nothing was said about it for a little while, but it happened. Yep. And then Butch Hartman, recently, in an interview with Tara Strong for Tara Strong's podcast, jokingly said,
"Go check that out when you have the opportunity."
There is also a clip in the Best Girls Basement video that we are referencing. Jokingly said...
Kath Suchi? I can't pronounce that. I'm going to butcher pronouncing that.
Kath Suchi. Man, all super... Why the hell is this the first time you're speaking up in these streams? You are a godsend.
Yeah, thank you so much for helping with just, like, brain cramp on information.
Yeah.
If you guys want, we could, in theory, do a, if the interest is there, Felix and I could spend some time scripting it out and actually do a video on the subject. No, wait, wrong voice actress. Okay. Correct, Super had the role correct, but not the actress.
Right. Either way, this woman committed suicide. Butch, on a podcast with Tara Strong, mentioned her, said that she had passed. Not how she passed, just that she did.
Which
And then
I guess
looked
is
right at Tara
kinda
and said,
okay.
then looked right at Tara and said,
Mary
it's
K.
kind of your
Bergman.
fault she might have died.
The woman's name was Mary K. Bergman.
Yeah. He then looked at Tara and said, it might be your fault she's dead.
And everybody who knew the history went, that's a yikes.
Yep. And Tara's like, get me out of here. You can hear it in her voice, like,
Just,
But
I
agree.
no longer wish to be conversing with you. Doo-da, doo-da.
So yeah, this guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Do not request commissions from him.
Because odds are he may, quote unquote, heavily reference it from somewhere else.
Yes, and all of this recent talk about Butch
Was
jumped
spawned by the
out
fact
when
that somebody commissioned a Mikasa Ackerman photo from him.
And this time, he didn't trace official art. He traced fan art.
And not, like, really obscure fan art. We mean fan art that's, like, the fourth result in Google Images.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell's wrong with you? Yes! What the hell is wrong with you was basically the entire internet's response to that, to when that left his mouth hole.
Yeah. Just don't do it.
Yeah,
Don't ask this man for a commission.
Yeah, just do not commission anything from this man. Do not, just do not. Rather you do more MGE videos. Yeah, fair enough. I do have one in the works. I just need to finish editing it.
Yeah, we have stuff recorded. Honestly, I'd say leave the streams for our hot takes episodes.
Yeah. Streams are where we talk about whatever the heck crosses our minds. And where we potentially discuss people we would like to slap upside the head with a 3-day-old fish. Let's see. Oh yeah, other garbage human takes, Butch has had, introverts are selfish.
Ooh, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah. Yeah, do not go bother Butch Hartman.
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Don't go bother
We're not
him.
advocating that.
Yeah, don't go bother him. Honestly,
that'll only make him and his side stronger.
Yeah, being a pest.
He will.
Yeah, being a pest to him just makes him stronger.
Yeah, he will take your words and twist them around. Don't give him your time.
Right. Do not give him your time, your headspace, or if you're looking to commission anything from anyone, your money. just don't.
Value yourself more than he values other humans.
Exactly. But yeah, so anyway, this girl is just about done.
Woohoo!
I thought I'd put her in like the training area kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, there is one thing I forgot to do.
Yeah, where's your dagger?
Yeah, I had a brain cramp about doing that. Oops. One moment. There's some stuff I may need to undo. Right, there's a layer I need to retrieve. I will redo all of my background work and stuff like that. Nuts. I will approximate. Okay, that's interesting to know. Super. Yeah, fantastic idea. Just if you still really like the characters, feel free to divorce them completely from their creator.
Yeah.
I mean, the Harry Potter fandoms had to do it.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't talk about that woman. I'm just looking forward to the game.
Yeah.
That's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, that will be so much fun to play.
Because, like, the only other game we had where we can make our own characters is the shitty mobile game.
But it's a mobile game.
That, and it's based on, like, energy things. Like, oh yeah, do the taps.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can disconnect, this is not going to be a very aesthetically pleasing weapon, but it will exist.
Yep. Plus, the thing with disconnecting Butch from his works is that'll really put a thorn in his craw. And isn't that the best kind of way to get a revenge?
Yeah, just best kind of revenge. The kind that annoys the heck out of the person you're getting revenge against.
Yeah.
I had to leave for a sec. What happened? Oh, not much. Just us going, yeah, the best way to sort of really
Best way to get
nettle a very sort of ego and recognition driven creator like that guy is to just completely divorce him from his works. Yeah, just divorce him from his works.
he will be so nettled.
Yeah. That's kind of the best way for it to go, really. Just, he's nettled. We all still get to enjoy characters we enjoy. Spartan Sword for her. No. I was trying for a specific type of sword, but I have probably borked it up because I don't have a reference handy. Now, I make it the same. I make the hilt the same. The same. No, I don't want the. I don't want the size that big. We'd be here all day with me trying to fix that. Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing. Inadvertently helped Lutch. Fantastic point, Super. In that he inadvertently. The plot points the writers introduced to the series did help a lot of people, and nobody is gonna let that be taken away.
Yeah. Yeah, stop giving Butch the attention. Start
Giving the
lauding
writers,
upon
the other
writers.
animators.
Yeah, he made the characters. So what?
No animated show exists in a vacuum.
Yeah, it's a Wakizashi.
Yeah, that's what I was trying for. Badly. It might look a little bit funky, but I'm trying.
Hey, no one can blame me for trying.
Yep. But yeah. Yeah, it's like, sure, you created the thing, but the other people around you made the thing actually frickin' happen.
Have a good day, Super.
Yep, have a great day. Yeah, and we are so glad you had fun joining us today. We'll be doing this again at about the same time tomorrow, so please do come again. We loved having you.
We say about the same time because my dog has to go to the vet, so I might be a little late.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Ba,
Yep. See ya.
da, ba, da, ba, da,
What are
da,
you doing?
da, 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 dancing, da, da, ba, da, da.
That's nice.
Ain't it?
Uh,
Ain't
huh?
it fun living in the real world?
Here we go again.
Ain't
Okay, awesome. It'll be great to have you. And now to just make that go away. Okay, let's just stick that right there. Maybe inflate the size a little bit. There we go. Maybe?
I have no idea what that is.
This may be one of those where we have to Google the lyrics later. Okay. Now we can put on a background.
No shoes, just feet.
Yeah. Well, I imagine when she's not training, there's at least, yeah, that requires at least 3 people. I don't know what it is, but if Bean knows what it is, I'll take his word for it on if it requires three people to sing. It's kind of a thanks, but no.
You trade.
Yep. And Bean just sent you a link to it, Felix.
Boop. All right, I'm not watching the chat.
Okay.
Oh, it's a Warhammer 40k thing.
Yeah.
Looking good, Susan. Looking good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. I know I kind of swapped the training ground for sort of generic kind of landscapey background, but I think this is fine.
Yeah.
Uh Okay. File, save a copy as, save it to my desktop. Palamute. Okay. 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 Thank you all for joining us.
All right, I'd like to start the bidding war at $7,000.
Felix, somebody's already picked her.
Okay.
The either Great Izuchi or Aknosom tomorrow is sort of generally available.
All right. Well, we'll start the bidding war at $200 for that.
Felix, no. That's just a Felix. Felix, no.
Yes.
What am I going to do with you?
Give me cookies.
Right. Now, if anybody's interested in a different drawing of a Palamute girl, please shoot me a direct message and we can figure something out. Anyways, thank you all very much for joining us, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye for now.
Toodaloo.